welcome, good morning to Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Like we've always been doing the last couple of days, no constant back-to-back updates and everywhere on Fiifi-Manfred and YouTube. So subscribe to the channel and subscribe to the channel and make sure so turn your notification. And then there are a lot of matches and across all of the various leagues, in the Italian Serie A, in the English Premier League, the English Championship, the English League One. Some very, very good games in here. The description of the video, description, I'll be 27 odds, 15 odds, and there is also one for 7 odds. So you go, you pick and choose. Make sure say bet responsibly. Don't waste too much money. Bet responsibly. And then let's keep our fingers crossed. Hopefully today we get good lucky after putting in a lot of the work and get some success. And obviously there's a lot of things that I want to talk about, a lot of things and in terms of update. Chelsea are getting very close to getting a front shirt sponsor. But away from that, Chelsea player when you issue with the boot sponsoring company and your Marco Correa. Now he's trying to flirt with other teams to see. So be a new company to sponsor the boots now. It's a conversation. When you had watching at Chelsea about Ipswich Town, there are 3 things they say Chelsea team here to get a good game to bounce back on certain substitutions. And into Maresca, didn't come about the specific things he wants to do. You're going to say detail of some matches now. Now in January, meeting here across Chelsea, big meeting across Chelsea between the 2 sporting directors and the technical director and owners. So that's Joe Shields, Wayne Stanley, Stewards, and Baghdad Dagbal talk ball. They've had a crunch meeting about certain things on some come. Of course, Ipswich Town for boy and friend Liam Delap a part of that conversation. But there are a lot of details within your paper. But let's start with Real Madrid matcha Omo Bababo. Madrid's game on Bababo after the break, the short break at Spanish La Liga now connects a huge one. Now, say Vinicius Jr. echo away to go and take the Globe Awards in Saudi Arabia or the Middle East. Now, something has happened. Saudi foreign are beginning to tap in on a branch of Vinicius Jr. Yeah, now Vinicius has always wanted Galactico salary. Now Vinicius and the entourage Nijidi say where the young man is right now, he is part of the creme de la creme of world football. In fact, so who can the best players we are here? In your top 3, you would have to mention a certain Vinicius Dos Santos Jose Junior Oliveira. He is part of the top players we are here. Now, they believe say the salary Madrid, it's not in a Galactico kind of salary. There's supposed to be some form of renegotiation. Now, and a Saudi foreign, I realize said there is the money part of the Vinicius conversation. They can move Vinicius after Sobe winning the Ballon d'Or away from Madrid and then come to Saudi Arabia. The thing is that they don't believe that they will get Vinicius Jr. next summer. They don't think that they will get him even in this winter. And yet possible. But they know that Vinicius 80 no J Ballon d'Or na say Real Madrid 80 Champions League not me fast the Ballon d'Or. Then the conversation is that Vinicius Ebitini are looking for Galactico salary, especially if it's not getting it at Real Madrid. And that's it. After going to Saudi Arabia, the Saudi Arabia offer is still on the line. So back Saudi for no Sikano Vinicius outrageous. Madrid about discussing contracts you knew with a branch friend Vinicius Jr. after summer. And so when yes sir, huge amount of money at Saudi for the man. Saudi for the man. One year, obey me a free team. Your friend Real Madrid. Madrid, in fact, Liverpool for no Asia to say, I say, Trent is leaning towards Madrid. Yeah. The thing is that from Paul Joyce and all of those guys that report from Liverpool, they seem to be very comfortable and confident. Say Salah. Any Virgil van Dijk, you're okay with contracts now Liverpool, they are moment they are going to sign and stay. For Trent, there is still the unavailability of that strong signal. Just Trent a better now. It is becoming a little bit like a basic call. It's becoming a little bit, worrying for Liverpool for now. And then on amount Massa for now pounds in front, the front page of Massa. I see K Vini Al Madrid, talking about a bunch of friend Trent Alexander-Arnold. Trent Alexander-Arnold will come to Madrid. That's what Marca is picking up because yes, everybody is playing well. Liverpool games, but I said there is a feeling that Trent believe he said the story at Liverpool has been written and we have a new challenge. Yes, he's a Scouse boy, and the Scouses love to play at Liverpool near Everton. That's their club. But then again, it's an opportunity for him to go even further in terms of the legacy of a teenager as a player in whatever he wants to do at the top level of football. I know, and I'm a branch friend, Trent Alexander-Arnold, caught it that that proposal for Real Madrid that one shame you'll be free Liverpool. I mean, Liverpool for that being G3, they have been worried. It looks as if they know said Trent may leave Liverpool and then go and join team your friend Real Madrid over there. Of course, obviously Madrid for in January are looking at AFC Bournemouth centre back Carl Compose, excellent pass of the ball, leader at the back, aerial duel winner, and be paired out with both foot young new generation centre back that grew up insane. Of course, he is from Denmark. His name is Dean Huijsen. Very, very good centre back. In the last few days, we'll share some goals for English Premier League. Winning man of the match. Dean Huijsen is everything succeed at Madrid. He's calm, composed, he's good passer, and be paid out. Grew up in Spain also. One of the very, very good players. True time on Italian Serie A with Italy and Frosinone, and his footballing education has gone on in a lot of places. He has gone to Italy, he has gone on to play grew up in Spain, whatever in the English Premier League. He's a very, very, very good player. The ball carrying, the passing from the back now. He's a good player, and then you need to give him a lot of credit for it. Abantia, your friend Dean Hodgson and Madrid for extra centre back in there. They are going to look at Abantia, your friend Dean Hodgson over there to make sure they bring him to Tima, your friend of Madrid, obviously. That's it that's going on over there in terms of games, no any Madrid conversation. You remember the Chelsea Commander will get straight into it. When it was who next pick it analysis now has say what Enzo Maresca is saying the plan for the game against Ipswich Town and also the one star there I be the common it's planning last summer Barca good breaking news, huge breaking news. The registration of our branch here friend Danny Olmo. It was very important. And then Madrid Barca for returning to training, and they're going to be a public open training session at the Johan Cruyff Stadium with 6,000 seater capacity on the training grounds and very open. That's something that Barca would want to do. Advancing for Olmo in front of Mundo Deportivo, where they are Barca for president. Your friend Juan Laporta went to court and then won a case over there. I want approval. So we have some extra funds to go on and then register Bantia. Your friend Danny Olmo is an important player for them. There are some issues. Barca negotiation to sell VIP seats at the Spotify Camp Nou for 100 million, which will retain the club to 1:1 financial fair play. Partial sales have started, but more deals are needed to register Danny Olmo and a Pau Victor, and that's exactly what Juan Laporta and Juma Oya in the last few days to register to sell the VIP seat or Spotify Camp Nou. So anybody can get to 1:1. That's 100 million, 1:1. Yes, so now the plan is to push more. So anybody meet my register banter friend Daniel. And yesterday was a huge step for it. Barcelona will sign economic lever. Now will allow them to register Daniel on the 31st of December. It's something that they will want to do. Inti Barca are getting very close to making sure somebody register banter. Your friend Danny Olmo team is very important. So they go on and they get that job done. Obviously, the last game at Chelsea boy against Fulham was a loss. In the last games now, a lot of discussions have gone. In fact, people are starting to question coach your friend Enzo Maresca tactics and what of you. That for me is a non-starter. Nobody and all rights of the question the tactics of Enzo Maresca. Yes, you can point out where you think you disagree with me, maybe you're here like I do over here, but it doesn't mean Enzo Maresca, and you can't go back to that conversation. This is a coach what turning around the fortunes of Chelsea Football Club. In fact, in the last few days, the overlap podcaster, the likes of Rio Ferdinand, Gary Neville, more Owen, more any the likes of Owen Hargreaves, money I don't know. On the overlap podcast, there was the question of the day on the tour, and the question of the day was simple: between Arne Slot any coach, a friend Enzo Maresca at Chelsea. Who is the coach of the season so far? And I want you to answer that question and give me reasons. One A coach of the season between Arne Slot, any coach, a friend Enzo Maresca. Now, if you look at Arne Slot, he has done an excellent job. Excellent job in the sense that on top of the Champions League, on top of the English Premier League, I think 7 points clear of Arsenal as it stands now with 1 game in hand. That is huge for a coach of Bayern in the first season. Again, away from that, I've said several times that when we talk about coaches, our tactics is just the least, about 15% of the proper in-game preparation. But there are certain things I've seen about Arne Slot. The starting tactics or the starting setup, the nominal formation and stuff like that is top notch. Now, he came to Liverpool. Realize that Liverpool, Fiifi-Manfred doesn't have the strength that it's supposed to have. I mean, you remember, I said, now Liverpool for Epe, Martin, Ibanez, Zubimendi in the middle of the park. He didn't get Ibanez, Zubimendi. Now, decided to change something. Now, if you look at the Liverpool midfield, when they are playing the double pivot of Gravenberch and of course Alexis McAllister, sometimes there are some rotations I saw. Domenico Szoboszlai comes inside, sometimes Curtis Jones, all my favorite Liverpool players, but the over-reliance of Sir Jurgen Klopp heavy metal football where the midfield have to do an excessive box-to-box job, it's not done any longer. Now, if the ball will go through the middle, Gravenberch would have to do the simple job of being a ball progressor, and because all good physical stature, is able to carry the ball forward, is able to be a good progressor, with me carry ball and him at the ball and call him, is able to pass as well, is a decent passer. But one of the things Liverpool have done is to build up from wide areas a lot. Now, if you look at the stats map in terms of build up and the channels and the areas in which Liverpool are building up, it's through the wide areas. Trent Alexander-Arnold, Andrew Robertson. And the last time you heard Andrew Robertson, like I said, I mean, for every game, Arne Slot changes how he plays. And that's a mark of a top manager. But for me, the biggest tactical thing that I see with Arne Slot is a proper in-game management or tricky game. He needs substitutions. What he wants to add to the game, reads the game from the touchline. I think that may not be a trait of his, maybe from the backroom stuff. Of course, the credit ought to go to him because backroom stuff named Messiapa, he'll be attacked. That's why he deserves that credit. I think that he's excellent in that regard. I think that brilliant. He has been good. And the criticism is that, not particularly a criticism, but the thing is that people say that Liverpool team was a settled team. He had to do just a good job of settling the ship and then calming down the storms around the club. And the conversation on the other side for Enzo Maresca, they said he took Chelsea at a very dire position. I mean, there were a lot of fires around the club that he had to quench, not just on the field of play, media, conversation with journalists, making sure to be shaping the mindset of the players and being strong, firm, honest, being straightforward with players that he doesn't see in his plans, getting them out of his club. Like Sanya Manketin, you would have thought that would have hurt him, Enzo Maresca. He dealt with it. Now, when Chelsea got onto the field of play, Chelsea have been brilliant. Nobody thought that Chelsea would be sitting third, 1 point off Arsenal and playing in the English Premier League game. It wasn't something that remotely was in the mind of almost everybody. A lot of people think that Enzo Maresca, but what do you think? Who is your manager of the season? Now, like I was saying, because of the job Enzo Maresca has done, everybody's clear, everybody's sure with him saying Maresca is a top player, is a top manager, and that's an excellent job. Now, there was an argument between Owen Hargreaves and Ray Ferdinand, and Ray said that it was Enzo Maresca, and Hargreaves said Arne Slot. Now, this is the argument from Owen Hargreaves. I said, Maresca has done unbelievable. But I'm saying, if you are top of the league, best team in the Champions League, it's Arne. It's not even a question. It's Arne. I'm talking about how Arne is being the best manager for English Premier League. In Rio Ferdinand, I say no. 3 no's. I think he is great, but I'm saying the level of change within the clubs is different. Maresca has closed that margin more. Slot has had a wonderful settled ship. The ownership of Chelsea is so fragmented. It's the papers. It is in the papers every day, every other day, talking about Chelsea issues with ownership and signing money. So he's saying, look at Chelsea, there are a lot of issues there on him, and he had to do a lot more work to settle the ship. Yes, Slot has been brilliant, but he thinks that Slot had to do too much. And he's saying that Enzo Maresca did some more. I want to know, who is your manager of the season? So Bekaya, a brand Chelsea manager. One of the managers whose name came up, saying that Chelsea before the Chelsea Ecofa Enzo Maresca was Tima Yefreno, Ipswich Town for manager Yefreno Kieran McKenna, a very good manager. I think that he's doing a decent job in the English Premier League so far. When you go back and you go and look at the statistics of Kieran McKenna, and of course, first of all, when it comes to where Kieran McKenna ended with the Ipswich Town team now, you get to understand the level of work that Kieran McKenna, assistants now, or that 19th position with 12 points, with Leicester City with 14 points, Southampton, Edanechi. Now, a huge job to do to catch Crystal Palace, Wolverhampton Wanderers, Everton, who are all the relegation zone, and Manchester United in the 22nd position, 22nd point with 14 points. Kieran McKenna has not done too bad, but it's a big job in English Premier League when you move from the Championship to come in there, and that's exactly what my friend Kieran McKenna, and he spoke about Enzo Maresca. Kieran McKenna said, "I don't think I learned anything in that I wouldn't learn from watching Chelsea now. Really, a lot of the structures in possession in particular are the same, but now, of course, Maresca is working a different caliber of player. Although Leicester had very good players as well, which makes it even a bigger challenge." I'm talking about number of times on it, Chelsea Shia, and how Chelsea gave the ball to him and heads them. McCann several times said, one of the things that I saw several times Chelsea played, and he said, the Chelsea and it's young teams no ball, and one of the things I've seen Enzo Maresca do when he's playing against teams like Ipswich Town, he's able to see possession to them and catch them on the break and then try to hit them. It's something that he has done very, very well, and then he wants to do with respect to his match. And I think that Ipswich game is a good game for Chelsea to really bounce back. Not a good game against your friend Fulham, but then again, you realize that this is a good opportunity for Chelsea to go in and then get the results over there. As part of the things that Rio Ferdinand to see, say, Enzo Maresca is the best coach in English Premier League last night. Now, say, I am fighting Maresca's corner. He's had more fires to put out than probably half of the league, and he has stormed them out. And that's the job Enzo Maresca has done in terms of what he wants to do for them. There was a meeting, I told you about it before Saber to Asukano. In this meeting, won't come on, or we should go on and talk about the game. Okay, you know what? Let's just finish up with the game. No, now for this meeting, won't come on. Enzo Maresca on a pre-match press conference now says sometimes I need my striker to be able to shoot from unpredictable positions. When he was asked about Nicolas Jackson in the scoring form, no guys say yeah, on opposite Nicolas Jackson is shooting from places that you don't predict for him, and then he wants to go on and play well. When you look at this game, it is very, very clear. Enzo Maresca can say he will make some changes in the team. Wamana clear, so we make some changes with team in him, or say team, you know how boy against Fulham. Many some certain things that will make changes. He also did mention Sabrante Fene Noni Madueke back into the team, and Madueke is going to be able to play some football for team and friend at Chelsea. And he would have him in there. Madueke will play some good football at Chelsea. The thing is that all of us are hoping Sabrante Fene Noni Madueke will come into the game, and then he is going to put up a very good performance. Maresca say he expects him to do better. He expects him to reply him our partner. So because when he be in that, and I know there, when I went around and I did a digging, Noni Madueke was not part of the team that played against Fulham, and same for Renato Vieira. It was simple. Apparently, they were late for a serious meeting, or a tactical meeting over here. Noni Madueke was late, and Enzo Maresca said, Chief, we don't tolerate that. You need to be very serious. And I like that fact, the ruthless nature of Enzo Maresca, but he has to balance it a little bit. It's important. In as much say Enzo Maresca has to be ruthless and honest to the players now, he has to also to be balanced. Now going into the Ipswich Town, like Enzo Maresca did say, there are going to be some changes tactically. Chelsea will have to do 3 separate things to stand a chance of winning against Ipswich Town. First of all, to win the physical battle, because Ipswich Town are very, very physical. From striker Liam Delap, from players who were cheering on them, they are very physical. Maybe Omare Hutchison Penny dominated with team name, and he's the more technical focal point for Ipswich Town. But a whole team are control game, bomb match in there. Ipswich Town focus so much on physicality. It's an important thing for them. In fact, almost every team in the bottom of the English Premier League thrives on physicality, and the Chelsea would have to come to the physicality party. And the good advantage, and it looks as if say Abrante friend Renato, Abrante friend Romeo Lavia is going to be back into the team. Mind you, so Romeo Lavia back into the team, and he helps Chelsea physically. Malo Gusto hasn't really played well in recent times for Chelsea. I don't know why, but anyway, we a training session videos, any pictures now. Reece James fully back. I doubt Enzo Maresca is going to play Reece James in a game against Ipswich Town, but he's back. Maybe he's going to be in the team. He is back. Also, there is also Romeo Lavia also returning from the injury, and I think that's going to happen. Now, 2 things are going to happen. Possible lineup now. I think that because Enzo Maresca comes, there are going to be changes in team. There are going to be some good changes in them. I think it's a match. Joshua Champion needs to get a game game time. Or English Premier League as a starter. And because we're defendant, maybe it should be his first start with English Premier League. I think Joshua Kofi Champion should get a start in this match or English Premier League. Then, because Chelsea, Enzo Maresca, Mbo, Joao Felix a lot, Ombo and Kuku a lot, and Chelsea really aren't getting too much from their wingers, especially from Jadon Sancho on the left. I think that Chelsea should be able to play either in Kuku or Felix as the extra number 10 or the left hand side or left corner. Then Kukureya is going to now keep the weight, because if Romeo Lavia is returning, then Romeo Lavia can come into the team with Cole Palmer, Noni Madueke, and then Nicolas Jackson. And I think that with the ball, Chelsea should have a back three of Levi Cole on the left centre back, Tosin Adrabia as a CCB, Joshua Champion as an RCB, Caicedo Enzo as a pivot, then Joao Felix and Asen Kuku will come inside on the left, Cole Palmer as a 10 on the right half space, then Noni Madueke, Jackson, and then Nicolas Jackson will lead the lines over there. I think it's a game that really Chelsea can go on and win once they do the physical job as well. One of the things I've seen Chelsea not do recent times is I don't know if it's because of the intensity dropping, but Chelsea are not sustaining pressure a lot more this time. I think that the fact that Chelsea were pressing, counter-pressing, being aggressive in a lot of games gave them good edge. It helped them sustain pressure. It helped them win the balls. It helped them play forward. It helped them be aggressive in them. Now, I'm not seeing stuff like that in recent times. Maybe there's some accumulated fatigue or the intensity not dropping. I think Chelsea should be able to do that against Ipswich Town because they are playing away from home. Almost ball away from home. Now, it's a turnover ball home there. Then you need to be in their faces. You need to be aggressive. You need to try and win duels. Then you make the job happen in the with respect to Sanema. Now, it is in with respect to Sanema and then Chelsea Sporting Directors near meeting. Now, the meeting was simple. First one, it was a meeting about if, why, and how many and which players in Chelsea ever signed in January for the January transfer window. And now, according to Jacob's Ben, the meeting was held on Friday, and some meeting, we just got hint of it just last night. And the thing is that Chelsea for now contemplating, according to the Athletic, Chelsea are not too busy to go into January and buy anybody. And I told you that the last time. So one shady here, Chelsea for any home who be breeze, searching China, young conco to way, young far way, young case. No, what they will do, however, is that be patient, look out for opportunities. So opportunities buying January, they will go for these players, centre backs and stuff like that. Chelsea don't think they have to go and buy any player. In fact, the things that they think that they have to do are certain, and they say, I branch a friend can Chukwu Emeka may leave one of my favorite players of Chelsea, and Omacha opportunity, so 40 million euros. You get Chukwu Emeka to go. No loan in Zambia. You have 40 million now. Over Chukwu Emeka ko team Makobo because they're top talent, top player, and Chelsea generating revenue. Now Chelsea for say in terms of buying players there, on person mo change on manase kakra. Now come on in the summer. Almost in the summer now, then the other season they don't know exactly where they will plug holes, where they will open up some more channels and sign them, and then they'll get more players into it. And with team them, that's what they want to do. And then now in that conversation, I hope. And when you invite Chelsea for technical director friend Joe Schultz, and Marifi said Joe Schultz and then Romeo Lavia buy, Joe Schultz and then the Cole Palmer buy, Joe Schultz and this Andre Santos and then or Strasbourg buy. Now in after all of that thing now. Joe Schultz catch on and say maybe they should look at Liam Delap. Ipswich for centre forward now. Enzo Maresca and Liam Delap no Chelsea are considered as a very, very good player. Delap could be one of the players that Chelsea ever share in the summer. Some of the striker Ebema. He's an important player for Ipswich Town. You will pay big money for a branch friend Liam Delap. So Chelsea will do all of those comparisons and then see if we are going to get him in there. Now Chelsea meeting, they have said they are okay with how the season is going so far. They just need to up the momentum and then get results and go back to some winning ways. I'm very certain that Marco Correa best started again with James back into the team. Something that I hope say he's be getting things over. The Enzo Maresca did ring. He did point to the fact that he'll be ringing some changes, 2 or 3 of them. On the matches number one, very, very important for him. Now, in that meeting, what came up is that my breaking news about 2 weeks or so ago. But now, one thing that's going on is that recently, 3 different companies about Chelsea 60 million up for front share sponsor and not some of them all. Front share sponsor now Chelsea every at the beginning of season no one. I'm a kind of story of how recent times results on the field of play. I'm a lot of the companies who we are seeing because okay, now you can go in and then bring in Chelsea in terms of a partner of a sponsorship sponsor and it's coming. And another source as I confirm our Fiifi-Manfred say Chelsea having a sponsorship sponsor for the rest of the season. Club share valuation is 60 million. Now they about Chelsea according to the Athletic and now and they say Chelsea are courting with about 3 or 4 different companies to raise up the value. To raise up the value like that in the Premier League top teams or in the English Premier League top teams need 60 million for franchise sponsorship. Chelsea with half a season everybody have franchise sponsorship 60 million and that's very good news and that's the reason in here most of the teams in English Premier League need a time Chelsea. Most of the teams in English Premier League wait some more time Chelsea won't pay Chelsea as saying because even in times like this are tough and Chelsea will find a way to find solutions. Chelsea will find how finding results in there. They'll make it work even when it's difficult for them. And that's exactly what Todd in Baghdad and now I want to tweet. Say imagine a kid will be in Cassage Rats cleaning in your state to Chelsea. Me young crashing. Wow. It looks as if Chelsea got a better bargain with Todd Baghdad, the Balimo, our consortium, no Jose Feliciano, or Hans Jogwais, more consortium, they've come together and they're doing an excellent job at Chelsea. But Chelsea, in your reaction, we have brought you all the analysis across all of the games for Europe on the field, off the field. Fiifi-Manfred, our YouTube. So, subscribe here, subscribe, and take care. We'll see you later in the day. But until then, safe.